everyone, and welcome to Muppin Sewing Emporium. How are you doing today? I hope you are wonderfully well. I am feeling wonderfully well today. I am here live to you through the power of the internet, and I am coming to you from beautiful downtown Paducah, Kentucky. It is finally not horribly, disgustingly hot. We are so happy that the weather is finally cooperating. I, of course, am your host uh, and shopkeep, head bottle washer, and everything else, Cheryl Muppin Whited. You can call me Muppin. I am very, very, very happy that the weather is finally cooperating and is finally nice outside. We just had such a hot and muggy and gross summer that I am so glad that the weather's finally in the 70s and it's feeling really nice outside, and it's great. Last week I was not here. It was my nephew's wedding on Saturday up in the Chicagoland area, so I had to get in the car, drive to Chicago on Friday to make it there by Saturday, and we all had a wonderful time. It was very good to see my whole family. And then and now we are back, and can I just say Paducah is been wonderful. So I have a lot of things to show you tonight. I have new items, some items that we have samples of. We've got some fabric. It has been a very long and very long day today. So why don't we start by showing all of the new items and so on and so forth here. If you're out there and you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Tell me where you're watching from, because I always like to hear from you and see where you are all from. Once again, so yeah, let's start. Our newest panel is this one, and it is by Poppy Cotton. Poppy Cotton is it's a fairly new company. Sonia's here from Benton. That's not too far from here. So Poppy Cotton is kind of new. They have not been around very long. They have had kind of I want to say that they've been not I mean they're not new, but they're not old, right? And so a lot of people are not familiar with them as a brand, and so this panel has some really, really cute motifs on it, and I wanted to kind of give you a show of that. Oops, not that one, this one. Okay, so here is the panel. Now, each one of these blocks is about 9 inches, 8.5 inches. Okay, so you are able to cut this apart and use these as all kinds of different things. But they actually are calling this a hanky panel. Now, I don't know about you, but I have not used hankies in a long time. I used to use hankies all the time. I used to go and get all the vintage hankies and just use them up. There are a lot of little sewing phrases on here, and they've kind of got this very cute sort of retro look to them. As you can see, there's a machine here. This one I really like a lot. It says, whatever your hand finds to sew, make each stitch count and it will show. So I just find these to be just really, really, really sweet. But what I really liked about them is that there's so the color palette, and there is something about Poppy Cotton. They are not afraid to put a little pop of black into into their piece, and I find that just really kind of wakes up the color palette. It really is just like that little zing that you are kind of hoping for. So this is just really sweet. It says, when there's a wrinkle in life's plan, grab your iron and head to your happy place. And so there are 12 blocks on this panel, and each one has kind of a sewing theme and a lot of really kind messaging. I really appreciated that they were very you know, they weren't quite the same old statements we've seen on a million memes, like when life gives you scraps, make a quilt. But it's changed just a little bit. And like I said, there is just that like pop of black in there that just gives this a little bit of an edge. And I really, really love this panel. So this one is brand new. It is the Poppy Cotton Granny's Sewing Room. So you're gonna look up Granny's uh, uh, Granny Sewing Room panel, and that one will come up. It's $16, and look at that! Like that, they are not afraid. That is just a beautiful. I mean, I would love to make that. Right? Like that is gorgeous, right? And I think we shy away from black in our even in what would be considered a vintage quilt, right? And so that's a very traditional um pattern, but it looks just so cool with black on it. And I love that Poppy Cotton's not afraid to go there. Okay, so this panel is $16, and it is currently in stock. We have these right now, so you can grab those. Very excited. I'm gonna have to find a place to make my little stash here. Okay, so we also had this a couple of weeks ago. We talked about the little bunnies and the sleepy bunnies panel. This is what the panel looks like right here. It is it has two bunny whatever you want to call it, bunnies, two bunny dolls and their sleeping bags and their little friends in the entirety. So if you have two young ones that you need to make something for, this is going to be the panel to get, because you've got a blue one and a pink one, but they're kind of all just very soft and cuddly, and you're going to love this. So I finally made both bunnies finally. And can I tell you, these were just precious to sew. They were, I often say to people that our shop carries the project you do between your projects, right? And these panels that I bring in are great little projects to do between your other projects. And so that to me is what this little sleepy bunny panel is. So just to kind of go over what comes with the bunny. So each set has what they're calling a mattress, a quilt, and then the bunny just slides in there. You have the bunny itself and the little friend, and they're all separated, but I in the store I pin them together so they don't walk away. um and then you have the bunny front and back. Super easy to sew this together, real quick, just right sides together, sew around stuff. And I think I filled it right here, so it was real easy to close up. Same thing with the little the doll baby. And then there's a little pillow that goes on that, and you can see just how precious is this. Okay, I love this too, Sonia. It is so cute. And I have to say, like, to me, this is the kind of thing that it's like a panel that you have on hand in case you are trying to, like, you get asked for a gift, um or you are going to an event, or you are going to a baby shower or something, and you need something. This is that thing, right? It's quick, it's easy. I don't think this took more than, I don't know, like a couple of hours. I think it took me longer to turn them inside out than it did for me to make them. And so you have the little pink one, and then you have the blue one. You do notice that the quilt top is the same on both, and so it doesn't matter which one you put on which doll, and that is super helpful. Um, and then, the little this little doll, same thing. I clipped the pillow to the because again, I don't want them to run away in my store. And then, you just yeah, and so you can even put like little Velcro tabs on the hands, and then you will have them ability to kind of hold the baby. These are so cute. They're so adorable. And these were just a pleasure to make. So cute, so fun. Both dolls are on the panel, so no reason not to get them. Okay, you got a pink bunny and a little tan bunny. It's just so cute. So this is called the Sleepy Bunnies panel. And that one, it's like, I feel like it's my new favorite. I don't know if it's my new favorite. Also for our United States map friends, we have a new map from the Morris Creative Group. This is just part of it, but you can see how big it is. It's a fairly big sized panel. So we, in being uh, a destination store, a travel store, a tourist location, we have this for the folks who, let's say, you're in your RV, or you're doing a road trip with your friends, and they see this map and they instantly want to quilt it and hang it on the wall. And here's what I like doing is, let's say you visited Portland, or you're up here in Seattle or wherever, and you can put a button on each of the places in each of the states that you have visited, and then you can, like, quilt in or hand embroider your road trip. Okay, so let's say that you were heading from Oregon and you needed to stop in Wyoming, and then you came across the South Dakota. You can embroider that, but then everywhere that you stopped or you saw something, you can put a button. I like to, so I have one of these. I have a full United States map. And what I did is everywhere I had spent the night, I put a button. So I don't count it. I've been through Phoenix like, I don't know, 10 times, but on an airplane to change planes. I don't count that. I count it when I have stayed overnight in that location. And so then, that helps you kind of determine where you can put your buttons. It kind of helps also for you to understand like the geography of the United States. Which trust me, we point to this panel a lot in the store when people say oh, I'm from here or I'm from there, and then they start telling us like where they're from. We point to the panel and we're going, wow, that seems like a really long way. And we talk about the panel a lot. So this is a really fun thing. We get a lot of folks, campers, RVs, travel. This is a great panel for that. And so we have these in stock. They are the USA map panel. And I just really like that as that kind of project. It's just really neat. Okay, so next up, we have this, and these are little 4-packs that are brand new, and they are little mushroom fabrics. But they're not just mushroom fabrics, they are mushroom holiday fabrics. And here is the main print with the little holiday mushrooms with the snowflakes. And then there's little gnomes on here somewhere. There he is. It's a little Santa gnome. Just really, really, really cute. We've got so we had a bunch of people. So mushrooms are hot. I mean, it feels like every fabric company is got a mushroom line out right now. It's sort of like it's become its own thing. And so we just love a good mushroom. There's the mushrooms themselves, the mushroom holiday print, and then there's 2 polka dots for your mushroom top making. So I just think these are adorable. And so we have this little 4-pack. We have quite a few of them. They're just a lot of fun to kind of play, and how could you go wrong with little holiday mushrooms? They kind of really do the double duty between fall and winter. So great. It would be a great little table runner. It would be a great little small project, pillow project, something that you can make really quick. I'm like going to sit here all night if I have to try to if I have to try to tie that back up. Anyway, you're gonna look for gnome for the holidays. That is the name of the line, and they're gonna be in our pre-cuts section. We have them in 4 packs, the 4 fabrics for $14. So 4 fat quarters. It's just really a lot of fun. It's cute stuff. I mean, why not, right? Okay, so let me see if I can tie this real quick. There we go. All right. So next, we have, I talked about these a couple of weeks ago, and now we're going to be doing something big with this. Okay. Now, when I first showed these, okay, we had also in stock was the Kiss the Kiss Lock sewing box. And I made one, and then it sold out. But we are getting them back in, and we're getting them back in next week. So tonight I'm going to, and we should just do this right now. I'm going to do it right now while we're on the stream. Come on now, computer, work with me. But we're going to drop the amount in there. Oh, goodness gracious. It wants to send me a code. We'll do it later. I don't know where I put my phone. It set it down. It's probably in the office. Anyway, I made the Kiss Lock bag. This is the Kiss Lock sewing box. So fun and easy to make. So look at how cute it is. I did it in the Corey Dantini holiday, the Witchy Ways fabric. Okay. And so this was so quick, so easy. Look at how, the items all fit in there. We've got a friction pen and some things, and then I stuck this little bundle of fabric in there, and that's the sample. Okay, so we are going to be doing something fun with this in the month of October. So I am getting these back in stock. They are going to be online. You're going to want to grab your kit. And then in October, we're going to do a little sew along that's going to be pretty special. So you're going to want to you're going to want to hold your horses on this one. And, oh, hi, Charlotte. How are you? It is very cute, and it was very, very easy to make. So if you've been thinking like, oh, but this Kiss Lock thing, I don't know how to install that, the directions were perfect. Okay. They were really, really fun. Yes, Charlotte, of Sew Along. I'm so excited. So we're getting them in September, and the Sew Along will not happen until October. So you're going to want to hang on to your kit, and then we'll be doing this. Now because of that, we are going to offer some of the kits with this fabric if this is what you want to do. Okay? So if you're like, I love that, I need that, I got to have that, we're going to have a kit for this. If you want to do your own fabrics, your own, designs, you want to put something here, that's fine. You will be able to just get the kit. And all of these kits, they come with the hardware so that you have that part's already included. So you're getting really, really great directions, and you're getting also the hardware. Yes, Charlotte, I agree. I love that. I need that. I gotta have that. These have been really, really cute projects that we've added. Like I've been saying, one of the things that I feel like we do well is the project you do between your other projects, right? And so are you coming to me for all this mega quilt kits and things like that? No. Are you coming to me for quick, fun, enjoyable, and learn something out of that project? Absolutely, that's what we're doing. So we have the little mini macaroon pouch. We are also working on getting the refills for all of these, because I know I loved making this. And so, of course, I need more. And so I need to work on that. But just how nice is this little sewing kit? It fits like your little, like if you have your EPP papers, okay, you have your little EPP papers, you can tuck those in here. You can stick them, in the little pouch up top. I was using the clips, and I was sticking the clips up there. Like I said, it fits, a pen. your little spools of thread fit in there, and your small bits of fabric. So I just thought this was a really, really sweet kit. We also have the hexagon purse, and it does tell you what to, uh, how much fabric you need and all of that on the kit. Just, we are having a really, really great time with these ones. And of course, that means I am starting to look at the rest of their line to see if there's anything else that we must have. um, Charlotte is asking, is this purse big enough for a cell phone? Let's see what it says it finishes as. 4 3/4 by 7. So it should. But there is that curve at the top, so I guess we'll have to make one and check out and see if that's the case. I think that's what I will do, at least. It does feel like a cute little just clutch that you would use to run out the door with. So yeah. Anyway, these ones are in stock. This one is going to be in stock later tonight, but they will ship and be in the store later next week. Because this I put this on Instagram, and of course sold out. That's how it works with the Instagrams now. So there is that. Okay. So some other things that I have that are new is we have pillows from my friend Heather at Crimson Tate Studio in Indianapolis. And she has created a really cool set of pillows that you can customize where the little heart shape goes. So we have a Kentucky pillow that she has made, and this one's pretty fun and easy. And then she has done also a bunch of other states. Now, because we are somewhat very, very close to Illinois, they're right across the river. We got the Illinois pillow. We have the Kentucky pillow. I have a Indiana pillow, and we are going to order the Missouri pillows. If there is a state that you would like me to order for you, I will do that for you and get that here into the store. So if you, and I'm from Chicago, so my little heart would be way up here. But I just thought that these were really adorable. And if you know someone who's relocated to Kentucky, or you know someone who's from Kentucky, you can always give them a little bit of Kentucky love. And we brought this in because, of course, people are visiting. They want to take away their little fun project from Kentucky. So I thought that that was really sweet. Okay, now these have been wildly popular in the store, and I have to say, I did not expect that these would have been as popular as they were. So we got a visit from our sales rep, and I may have talked about this sales rep in the past. He drives a mobile showroom. And so he drives a van, parks it in front of the store, and you go in it. And that van is like, so first of all, it's a white panel van. So if I'm ever going to get kidnapped, it's going to be by one of these kinds of vans, and it's going to be with fabric inside, just like this guy has done. He, of course, is one of our manufacturer friends, and he's got this van full of fabric, and that's how he came to us a couple years ago as a cold call. So he just drove up one day and was like, care to step into my van? And next thing you know, we were buying some really cool stuff from him. So anyway, they started offering these embroidery kits. And I thought, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do. Yeah, totally. Hey, little girl, you want some candy? You want to see some fabric? Yes. Puppies? No. Candy? No. Fabric? Sure, strange man. I will get into your van. That is literally the case. Like, this is it, and I have pictures on social media somewhere. I will post them because he did just stop by about a week or so ago. But anyway, he comes with his van, and he's like, "Hey, I've got embroidery kits," and I was like, I don't know. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, we have a lot of folks who visit us, and we especially have a lot of cruise ship passengers. So one of the things about our Paducah is that we get about 60 riverboat cruise ships a year. And we get cruise ship passengers who are so excited to be in Paducah, and this is the thing, they don't quilt, they don't sew, but they're on this cruise ship and they're bored out of their minds, and they are desperate for a project to do on the boat. This is that project. These are these kits. Now, I have had these, I've shown these to you before. We've got, a cat and a hummingbird. These two, just on their own, we've reordered 4 times. So we buy them, they sell out. We buy them again, they sell out again. So these two, in fact, I think the hummingbird, in my opinion, is the prettiest one. Like, it's very, very sweet. The cat, I did make just so that you can say. So what I can say about this kit is the directions are excellent. If you are not an embroiderer, and I do not consider myself an embroiderer, okay, I can do many, many, many heirloom stitches, but I cannot say that embroidery is my forte. And if I can do this, okay, you can do this. I mean, I think this looks like just like the photo, and that's how good the directions are in this kit. So the kit includes all of the thread, the needle, the felt, and the stuffing. And all you need is scissors. That's all you need. So it is, and then of course we sell like the little micro scissors that are like $5, right? So we can get somebody out the door with a project that is, I mean, fairly. And so I also did one because I wanted to see like just how big is the finished piece. And so from the picture to here, that's the size difference. And so this one ends up at about 4 inches tall. So very, very fun. I enjoyed it. Directions are excellent. So these two have been like really top sellers for us, and we even kind of joked with the guy when he came a couple of weeks ago. We were like, hey, I did not expect that these would have been so popular. And he said, And he admitted, he's like, none of us did. It took the company by surprise as well. So we did bring in a Mr. Fox, okay, and he has this just adorable stitched tail, and he's just got some really, really adorable features here. So we did bring in a fox, and then we have these larger kits, which again, we got these bigger ones. This one here, the folk art birds, everything you need is in here. All the felt for all the birds, the directions, the patterns, the stuffing. And this one is considered an easy, you can see there, it's considered easy. And so this one sold out multiple times as well. And for if you are doing Christmas ornaments, this is a great kit to get, and you'll get the 5 ornaments out of it, and then and it's $35. So we've got that kit, but then they offered a bunch of other new ones, and I of course had to pick up these fall kits. Now, this one, these are lavender sachets, and can I just tell you, this smells amazing. Just I can smell it like almost through the box. It comes with the lavender, and these are made in the UK. And so they're just really, really well designed and well packaged. You've got the owl, the hedgehog, you've got the mushrooms, of course, because mushrooms are hot right now, and the squirrel. And we also have another kit here, and that is these little bunnies. And they are just so stinking cute. So we've got these 3 larger ones. We've got the fall kit. We've got the sachets, and then we have the birds. So these are the 3 larger kits. You're the cruise ship dealer. I am. And we had a cruise ship in today. And I have to say, these cruise ship passengers, some of them spent a lot of money on that cruise, and they are out to have a good time. And one of the things I will say is that I am not seeing a lot of international travelers this year. A lot more domestic travel. Domestic travel's way up, but my international travelers are practically gone. I had someone from Canada yesterday, and they were my first Canadian all summer. I don't blame them, right? But, it is what it is. But cruise ship passengers, I love them. I love all my customers. But these were definitely, I brought them in because they were or were finding that they did not have anything to do on the cruise ship. And I said, I've got plenty of kits. And so these are the kits, and they're just delightful, and I really, really love them. And so we've got those 3, and then we have these 3 right now. We have a couple other ones on our website as well. But the cat, the fox, and this, look at this hummingbird. It's so pretty. I mean, that would just be a lovely ornament on your Christmas tree. So, I am just in love with these. They have been such a big hit, and I have to say, after making one, I loved it. I had such a good time making it. So, it was just very, very fun. So, so there you go. I can't wait. I'm getting kits for making gifts. Makes shopping more likely. I will get the gifts done for Christmas. That is true. Like, having it all together sort of boxed and ready for you is like, you're going to make something and this is my gift for so and so. It makes it really simple. And like all the panels that we have right now, was talking, because now with the weather turning, people are starting to feel like they can start shopping early for Christmas. When it was like 100 degrees every single stinking day, it was so bad. And I couldn't even bring myself to do the Christmas in July sale. I actually told Charlie we're not doing it because no one feels like Christmas right now. And now people are starting to go, hey, you got any of that Christmas stuff? Well, I've been showing off the stocking panels, the tree skirt panels, and those kinds of things, because you can give somebody a homemade stocking and handmade stocking, right? Homemade and handmade are two different things. Homemade is baking, handmade is sewing. So a handmade stocking can, include a bottle of wine, some cookies, whatever. It makes great packaging, but it's also a gift as well. So those stocking panels are the bomb. And I really, today we've had people just kind of coming in and asking, what kind of Christmas stuff do you got? And I was like, whoa. So very excited about that. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that I have been collecting for a long time. And not only did I collect them, but like I had a family member that collected these as well. And I'm still collecting them because, of course, their collection, which I inherited, was not complete, and I don't think it would ever be complete. And that is it is a pincushion doll. Okay, so the pincushion doll is, from like the late 1800s to about 1930. And that's kind of like the time frame. Now, do they still make pincushion dolls today? Yes, they do. And there are quite a few different types of pincushion doll heads or tops. And oh, Charlotte says, I have one of those. You do. That's awesome. Yeah, so these are very interesting little bits of history. And typically, these, as you can see here, she's got some pins already stuck into her, into the base. And this is one of the very few. I have probably like four or five complete ones. Okay, with the bases and everything. I did get one that was really heavily damaged, and I intentionally wanted it so that I could sort of dismantle it and see what was inside the base. This one here, and is more than likely made in Germany, or not Germany. This one's probably made in Japan. A lot of them were made either in Germany or Japan. And so you can see here, you've got this sort of 1920s hairstyle, so you can kind of guess when this one was made. She still has her original dress, and it was just layers of ruffles attached to a base, and there's cardboard in the bottom, and it's probably stuffed with hay. And so the other one that I did get, it was filled with sawdust and hay. Ugh. And trust me, you do not want one of these busting open, because it just gives you the heebie-jeebies because they're so full of just, yeah, it's like, you know, I just, at that point, the dress is useless. You can almost get rid of it and just keep the heads. Well, so I have been collecting these for quite some time now, and I saw a new doll that I had never seen before with her dress, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I kind of have to get that and see what that's all about." So this one is a pincushion doll that her dress is on, and I'm sorry, miss, I'm going to look under your skirt. And I first thought, "Oh, it's an ice cream cone." Because that legit at first look looks to me like an ice cream cone, but it is a thread cone. And inside here, you can see here that it says it was a Ardmore 3-cord mercerized thread from Chattanooga, Tennessee, from the Standard Coosa Thatcher Company, and it's a left twist, and it would have been 5,400 yards. So this was a cone of thread, and my friends, this was a cone cover. It was a cone of thread cover. And I just thought that that was like absolutely precious. So I had to rescue her. Now, the majority of my pincushion dolls, this one again, probably from like the 20s, based on the hairstyle, 20 or 30s, probably 30s, with the finger wave hairstyle. And she's got very good, a very good paint job. A lot of them have a pretty terrible paint job. Some of my favorite ones, though, are the paint jobs that are absolutely hideous. And in some cases, like the goofier the expression to me, the more precious to me they are because they're so ridiculous. So this one's in very, very good condition. She's got no chips. She's got no nothing on her. She's in really, really great shape. But she's a cone cover, and this would have kept your thread dust free. And so I just love her. Now, she's quite tall, and what I want to say is I feel like her dress is the appropriate size, whereas this one, you kind of imagine her legs would be sticking out way down to here if she were a real human person. So that's why when I do have a pattern, so if you have a pincushion doll head, you can make your own base, but the base is set to be measured so that she looks like, she would be a real tall person under there. So here's some of my collection, because most of my collection is in storage until we finish our renovation. But I do have some pieces that are not in storage, and I thought I would show them to you because they run the gamut on how weird and interesting they are. Now, we do have quite a few new pincushion dolls in stock, and so, but the pincushion dolls, we do not sell them on our website. We only sell them in store. And part of that is for shipping. Part of that is for, um, you know, I like to have certain things that are exclusive to the store, and this would be one of them. So, this one is just I just love how, um, she's very well painted. She's got a very well painted face. Um, we've got this one here. So the ones that I almost dropped her. The ones with their arms that are molded and away from the body, these are the hardest ones to find in good condition, because these little bits over the past 100 years would have been broken off. So if you find them with the little fingers and thumbs still attached, you're in good shape. But the where they're from also matters in their value. So like this one is from Germany. You can see it says it's stamped into the back. This one also would be from Germany. She's got her arms away. And then, like, here's one. Is she from Germany too? Yeah, she is. But she's got a pretty funky face. Okay, she doesn't have as good a face as the other ones, but she does have an arm that's away, and so she's in really good shape. Um, but the most expensive types from from me. See, some of them, this one here is broken, but that doesn't matter if it's not like here, okay? So as long as she's not like chipped, this one has a very pretty face, so the face matters. Like, here's one, and she's one of my only bisque dolls. And so she's, as you can see, I don't know if you can hear that, but this one is a bisque material. She is from, it's hard to read, Deutschland, so she is German. But her face isn't the prettiest. I mean, it is very pretty, but I've seen better painted. But look at how delicate the arms are and the fingers are. So this one would be one of the more expensive ones. Now, the other thing about this one, and I have several of these here, is that she is like nude, and what would happen is, you would essentially take a scrap of fabric and wrap it around, or a ribbon and wrap it around, and it would have been up over her shoulder, or to make a corset looking type dress. But she is my only matte bisque piece, and she has that beautiful ting of the china. And the same thing with one of these. Okay, she almost seems very similar. Okay, they're never quite exactly the same. But she also, has the delicate fingers and the nude top, and she's from Germany as well, I think, but she's not marked. And then this would be the only other one that's like that. She also has that ting. So she's got like more like soft hands. But again, she would have been covered with a ribbon or something on the top, and that's how those were used. So yeah, she's pretty cool too. These, like I said, they live in my in this little container here, and oh, I just love this one with the way her arms are. I just love that. But we also have, this is the biggest one that I have, and I can't imagine that. I think this was not a pincushion doll. I think that this was what you they would have called a pillow doll. And this one, as you can see, really, like, the face, there's a lot of attention painted. The hands, the arms are away. Um, she is not marked where she's from, but I mean, she is at least 5 inches tall. She's huge. So, comparatively, right? Like, compare this lady and this one, which is kind of a similar pose. Okay, like, they are they're night and day. um so what would have happened with this doll is she would have had a pillow base. She would have basically been this, like, a round pillow, and then she would have been attached to the center of a pillow, and she was called a boudoir pillow. And so, again, it was just a decoration. It was not a pillow that was meant to be used, but that's why she's so much bigger than the rest. And these styles were copied over and over and over again, and there is just an incredible amount of different, like, see, you have this one with a bonnet, and her arms are very close to the body, so she wouldn't have as much value as this one here with the arm that's away. But they're so cool. And even the little, what I would consider like baby doll versions, they'll have little bonnets and little baby style. Even these, which are very similar in size, um, they all have, kind of and this one here, the little Dutch girl, okay, um, they kind of all, they're all different. So it's just cool. It's just a very neat thing. Oh, this one here, she's also bisque, but she is tiny. Like, she's even tinier than that one. Look at how small she is. Okay, so but she's kind of a bisque color too. Let me see if I can get her under the camera. She's got a goofy face. That's why I like her. Some of the ones I have, they're cross-eyed. They make me laugh. Here's a real pretty one with a fan, and then more with the arms, and just the delicate fingers. You can see she's got, like, it's almost like she's throwing, like, the I love you. you know. Um, but these were very, very, very popular, and very similar, like the same companies that would make the Frozen Charlotte dolls. I don't know, Charlotte, if you know about the Frozen Charlotte. But those types of dolls would have all had these, they would have had the same kind of company would make these. So they would do, like, these little penny dolls that a little girl could go into, a store and buy a doll for a penny, and she would be made of, oh, Charlotte. Yeah. So the Frozen Charlotte. So it would be a doll that was basically, a head, and arms and legs, and it was basically just a little ceramic doll. Sometimes they had in later versions they had little joints in the arms so the arms would move. But you could take like a little scrap of fabric and make her a little dress. But the arms were straight down and the legs were straight, and she would have like kind of a little close cropped hairstyle like that. They were usually not painted. But what they would do is they were just cheap and readily available, and a quick and easy gift to give a little girl. And yeah, Sonia, I have a collection of frozen Charlottes. I love them so much. They remind me of old king cake babies. Yes. So, king cake babies, if you're not from New Orleans, the king cake is a cake, and they would bake a little ceramic baby into the cake, and it was like whoever got the baby um, was the winner. And some people say that if you got the baby, you were next in line to have a baby. If you were got the baby, you were going to have good fortune and all that other stuff. So the king cake babies were kind of a similar thing, a little ceramic uh, baby that was baked into the cake, and every year you kind of used them over and over. But these like frozen Charlottes, where the arms and the legs are straight, and so oh baby Jesus, there you go. See, I'm not from New Orleans. Sonia is. So, that's really cool. Yeah, I mean the frozen Charlottes are kind of a whole new collectible. They are not a pincushion doll, so I'm not going to collect them. But I do love my collection of uh pincushion dolls, and this is just a small sample of the some of them that I have. I have a lot more, and I just love them. And I still am putting some out in the world, and I have a whole bin of them in the store. So come and take a look at them, because I absolutely love the history, and like I love that people can find them and pick the one they like, and if you want you can turn it back into a doll and use it. It's still a usable thing. So that's what I have for you tonight, my friends. I hope you found this a lot of fun. I hope that you get some sewing done this weekend. It's supposed to be finally a nice weekend here in Paducah. If you get a chance, come on down. I don't know if you heard the news, but Tula Pink is going to have quilts on display at the National Quilt Museum next year, and I will have more information about that coming soon. We're just all very excited. We've got new products. We decorated for fall, so you gotta come and see that. If you haven't been in the store in a while, you gotta come see that. My friends, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful evening. I hope to see